what is exactly the current value table? The current value table, for example, every application needs a mechanisms to store the value so that other application sub parts of the application can access the data from the common portion. So here the current value will be has some storage mechanism so that the developer can access the data from there asynchronously from the different parts of the submodules of the application. So as I said, like it is it's based on functional global variable. So what exactly how we place the current value table in the application? For example, this we have a central storage mechanism. The different parts of the sub application will can store and retrieve the data from the current value table. The name itself, we can say that like current value, most recent value can access from the common storage mechanism. So how we are implementation. So how we are implementing this current value table. The current value table implemented in two layer, like one is called core, another one is called API. The core will define the main storage mechanism and other additional functionality. The API will provide the functionality to read and write and some other functionality also from the core VIs. For example, the core VI has a main core functionality as a main storage mechanism, so that API which has access to provide and retrieve the data from there. And so this is how it is differ. The below one is core VI. Core VI has a data and tag list and group list. Above one is like API, that is a lower level function which can read and write. We can init from the init the data and can read and write from the main data storage. And the core VI has a two set of VIs, two set of functionality. One is called memory block, another one is called tag memory. The memory block which has the storage mechanism to read and to store the main all the data from the different parts of the application. That the tag memory which has maintains the list of property, for example, tag name, tag description, tags property, those can be maintained in the tag memory. So this is how we have implemented. This is basically the default VI which is from the CVT. So the first one is called tag memory and second one is called memory block. The tag memory which has the properties and functionalities and to read the index of the value which is stored into the memory block. So here we are, the functionality will be differ based on the data type. See, for example, it can support multiple data types. The runtime, the main advantage over the function of FGV, so this can be created at runtime. So runtime, we can change the data type and we can read and write the data from the memory block. So this is how read and write will happen. This is a inner module of this memory block, and this is the inner module of the tag memory. So API, so as I said earlier, the API which has a additional functionality along with that read, write and init. The read, write it is similar to the FGV, so which can read and write from the main memory block of the data. So this is how we are creating the tags. So this can be created at the initial level, also it can be created at the runtime. So see, for example, we can create the data type and what name which we are giving for the tag. Either it should not be strict into the tag 1, tag 2, tag 3. It can be customized at any name, and we are assigning the value. The value can be assigned at runtime also. And so if we are already defined one, we can use it during the execution. So this is a load from the file. So basically the tag details information which can be loaded from the XML file also, not at the, it should not be stick into the only it should be created at the constant or it's inside the program. It can be created and loaded from the XML file. So these are the API function which can support in the LabVIEW: load, create tags, read, write, we already seen. And this is standard APIs. So the basically, as I said, the value which can be referred by the tag names, the tag names which can be any type, tag or which it can be customized, or it is a predefined from the user defined from the the person who is developing this. So the main advantages over this, it can be created at static and runtime also. So the value which can be referred by the tag name, so which can look into that the index value and the corresponding index value which can be referred in the data which is stored in the core set of the data, so that can be accessed by the based on the index. So how we are like accessing this? So here we are defining, so I just want to show the quick demo in this. So here we are defining like all tags. So for say for example, I just defining tag 1 with a double data type, unlike tag 2 and tag 3, tag 4. So for example, so say for example, here I am just declaring like mentioning that tag 3 and tag 4 will be read from the user at the runtime, so that can be calculated, or like it can be added, and it will be stored into the tag 1. So so for example, so I am just running the program. So here I'm just adding the value into 1 and like 2. So that can be calculated and storing into the tag 1 control. So next thing is like I just want to say about like group API. So the tags which can be created at individually, and it can be created as a group as well as group. The group can be formed at a runtime. So this can be accessed by group name. So here we are mentioning the group name. So which can be either like it's a user defined name. So these are the utility functions. So the tags and the details, the tags data which can be stored into the local disk, so in the form of XML format. So what is the main like advantages over this and benefits over this CVT? So this is like a dynamic, so which can be created at runtime. So the main advantages over the FGV it is already we created, and we say that these are the data which can be used in the program. But when coming to this CVT, so this can be created at runtime. Depends on the data types which data we are going to access this. So these are the main advantage over this. And one more thing, we don't want to develop any FGV like over this. So it's already developed in proven concept, so which can be used in the our application. So yeah, so this is like one more example I just want to show. Like, so this is how we are creating the tags, and I just this is one. Yeah, so this is how I'm just creating and defining the tags, and I just accessing the tag value. So this is actually value which I am giving 5, and like tag description I just given that value to read. So I'm just can able to read the same tag information and tag list. I'm just storing into the file, like in the form of XML file. And after this, in addition to that, I'm just adding the one more tag at runtime. So additional tags can be based on the requirement, we are just adding it. So this will be stored into the like full CVT XML file. So I just want to show this. So this is how the information will get stored into the local disk. So tag to those values and description value to read. So this is how the information gets stored. This can be read when we are actually need in the during the execution of the program.
I think we are running out of time. Please.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, that's all from my side. I'm done.